I'm Dr. Darrell Wolfe, and I'm in Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, and now we're going to go travel all the way over to Michigan, Detroit, okay? And we have Alik on the line, and she's going to be telling a little story about using Cellsonic Regeneration and a couple of other things. And we have her uncle, Jimmy, on there as well. Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Dr. Wolfe.
All right. So tell me your story.
So a month ago, I was playing a soccer match and I got stepped on really badly on the top of my foot. It was my right one, and it was a very bad deep bruise, and I couldn't play soccer on it because I couldn't kick the ball or anything because it was really big, and it was creating a very big bump on the top of my foot since it was right on the bone. And I the next day, it was hurting underneath my foot too, so because it created like a bruise underneath. And so I came to my aunt and uncle's house and I used the Cellsonic on it, and it kind of hurt at first because it was like my first time using it, but
Yeah.
the next day,
You had tenderness, you had swelling,
yeah,
and then using the Cellsonic, it is an electrical pulse that goes in to help to shut down inflammation and the healing of the tissue. So while you're doing it, it might just have added a little bit more pain during that moment, right?
And I felt it. And I could feel it inside my foot, touching the part where it was hitting.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
you know what the body
yeah.
does, so a leak, the body will actually overcompensate. Just like, somebody who loves you and you get hurt, they just smother you with love. And your body is doing that. It sends fibrin, it sends calcium to the area. It also creates inflammation, and it sends cortisol there as well. I mean, there's so much going on to say that your body's saying, I love you, will heal you, but sometimes it can overdo it, right?
Yeah.
So that's why we get sometimes too much swelling, too much redness. And then later when it heals, we've got the extra fibrin and the calcium there. And what happens is, people say, well, it doesn't hurt anymore, but my joint is stiff. I can't move it like I used to. And for people like your uncle and myself, if we don't go and get rid of our sports injuries when we were younger, they'll put us in the hospital, a nursing home, or give us a cane or a walker. Nobody thinks about that. Nobody thinks about the damage that's left after. And the worst one is surgery.
Yeah.
Sports injury will leave a lot of scar tissue, a lot of crystallization, okay? But surgery causes more than anything else because it's so traumatic to the body. So let's talk your story now.
So I actually have had 2 surgeries. I broke my femur when I was 6 years old playing soccer, and last year I tore my meniscus, so I had to get surgery. So I definitely have scar tissue on both
Alik, if I can say something, your parents just bought a Cellsonic Regeneration.
Yes.
And you can believe this or not, but it only takes not hours, hardly minutes. I mean, you know what? It would take you 2 minutes to do your knee to repair your missed meniscus.
Yeah.
And you might go in there every day for maybe 10 days. And do about 150 pulses. And then if you go up around the femur, you're going to feel the scar tissue and the calcification.
Yeah.
You might have to go in there maybe 20 days every day and do it. But guess what? If you could do it even just Cellsonic Regeneration and then get one non-surgical in those areas, you're going to see an 80 to 90% difference in one treatment. And
I believe it.
When they did the surgery on the meniscus, they also created scar tissue and calcification.
Yes.
If you don't go in there and look after it, how old are you now?
I'm 17.
Well, guess what? By the time you're in your 40s or your 50s, you're going to have trouble with your knee and trouble with your femur unless you go in, because the Cellsonic Regeneration will actually ionize the calcium that's been pulled out of the bones, and it will actually electrify what we call scar tissue. And scar tissue is just the absence of voltage, oxygen, and circulation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't want that. I don't want that at all.
Tell them how you played a couple days later.
So
Oh, yeah.
if I can, so you had the accident, and then did you do the Cellsonic right away or a day later?
I think it was a day later. It was a day
Okay,
later.
can I tell you something? If you
Uh-huh.
ever sprain your ankle again, okay, if it happens right away and you're near ice, you ice it for the first, okay, you can ice it for the first 20 minutes, but never put ice on it again. The physiotherapists and the doctors are absolutely wrong. You'll do more damage.
Yeah.
You can put like a cold wet towel, but
Yeah.
not ever a iced one again. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The day I got stepped on when I came off the field because it was hurting really badly, I got ice and I put it on
Good.
to my foot.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
only for the first 20
Only for-
minutes.
yeah.
And okay. So then anyways, it was the next day you got the Cellsonic Regeneration pulses. But see, if we could have done it right away, I know you're not going to believe this, but if you ever get an injury right away, you get
Yeah.
to the Cellsonic Regeneration and it will actually shut down the inflammation and not even allow the swelling to come in, because all it wants is enough electrical conductivity to reheal itself.
Oh yeah, so I did the treatment again, and I used the clapper and I slapped the bottom of my foot and the top of my foot,
Yeah.
and very hardly. And I used the DMSO cream with Pain Away and the frankincense essential
Pain
oil.
Away essential oil and
Yes.
frankincense. Okay,
Yeah.
essential oil. And so
And-
what happened? So what happened the first time you did it? Did you notice a difference? And then the
Oh,
second time?
Oh, I for sure I saw a difference. Like I could walk better. I wasn't like limping because I couldn't put a lot of pressure on my foot because I could feel like this ball underneath my foot, like this little ball.
It was
And yeah, and the day I did that, the next day I woke up and I was like, wow, I can like walk and play. So I went to soccer that day too, and I didn't feel anything.
Now that's called amazing, and everybody would tell you that that would be a lie because you can't do that.
Yeah.
So this is what Cellsonic Regeneration will do, and doing little therapies yourself,
Yeah.
like you did with the clapping,
Uh-huh.
the DMSO, the frankincense, the Pain Away essential oil. So it doesn't matter whether it's acute or whether it's chronic or whether it's critical. Even somebody in a critical condition, and the doctor says you're on your way out. Well, that's a bunch of BS, dysfunctional belief systems. If that person is willing to do Cellsonic 5 times a day on many parts of the body, people don't get it. But you know what? You're here and you will always be here as long as you have electrical conductivity flowing through your body.
Yes.
I'm glad that it really helped you, love.
It's
Okay.
amazing.
Thank you.
Just 2
It's-
treatments, Dr.
yeah.
Wolfe, and she was a different person after just 2 treatments. That's
Yeah.
how
And
well it
Yvonne,
works.
did you have any treatments? No, you didn't hurt yourself.
Ali,
Yes.
if I can say something, sweetheart, never take the beaten path of your friends,
Yeah.
your family, or healthcare, or you'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
Always be the weird one, okay? And you will have a long, healthy life.
Yes. That's what I want. So.
He's calling me
Okay.
weird.
Oh.
Very good. Well, thanks guys for joining me. And
Dr. Wolfe,
I
thank you.
I hope everybody has just the best day of their life today.
And me
Thank
too,
you,
Dr.
too,
Wolfe.
Dr. Wolfe.
Absolutely. 3, 2, 1, we've got this.
We absolutely do.
Yeah.
Thanks, Braveheart.